Wilson Morales from Black Women TV. Here we are, season 2. You know, this is different from the books as we've seen from episode to episode. So what are we expecting from your characters coming in season 2? Sophia?
Oh,
We're gonna start off with you because you're the character that wasn't in the books.
No, exactly. And I think what's really exciting, that's a really amazing point to make. She wasn't in the books. You know, we created her from scratch, from the ground up. Her essence, her heart, her story was created from an amazing seed that Tolkien planted, but of course there wasn't much on the female dwarves. And so what is really wonderful and an honour and something that I'm really grateful for is that this season we were able to expand on that they wrote her so beautifully that she made enough of an impact that now the character feels integral, I think, to the Dwarven world and the story overall. And so what we do is we just pull her all of her aspects that little bit further with just a touch of kind of ambition and a bit of a naughty twinkle in her eye. So we can expect big things, exciting things, more things from Disa, and I'm really excited for the world to see
So
her
she's
again.
not going to be like the Lady Macbeth, right?
No, not that dark. Maybe a little bit.
You know, and I think of Miriel, like midway of season 1, I'm like, wait a minute, she don't die that early. But then she comes back,
lives
like I
to
said,
see another day.
they
for sure.
differed from what the storyline could be in the book. Well, are they going to go back to it?
Well, they can't stray from canon. So, you know, sometimes you do maybe have compression of timelines and things like that. But if you are following sort of what Tolkien's laid out, we're still sort of on track. And right now, in terms of where Miriel is at, she's returned from battle, defeated, blinded, returning to find out that her father has passed, the king. Therefore, there is going to be a coronation and a changing of the guard there. And so really her journey this season is going to be, how does she navigate both herself and her people toward the path that she believes is the right path for them? You know, Numenor is at a crossroads. There is societal strife. They're angry with their leader who basically took their people into a losing battle. And so really it's a journey of her trying to kind of maintain her sense of strength and position, and also just making sure that she really takes care of her people. I think she's deeply concerned with the fate of her people and the fate of Numenor. So it's this time around, there's definitely the politics of it, but beyond that, I think it's still, you know, you can have these sort of big scale stories, and I think when they really hit home, it's about the sort of the most human, basic, you know, relatable thing, you know. And I think for our show, as big and epic and sweeping as it is, it's relatable and human. It's the relationships. It's the things that we're all navigating in current events, in our real lives. So that's kind of the way that I sort of hook into it for myself is it's got to be a human story at the end of the day, whether you're an elf, a dwarf, you know, a non-human. These are human stories. So that's, I think, going to be the exciting thing that I hope audiences really kind of connect with this time around.
You said that so eloquently. I said it myself, as actors, you know, you always train for these things, but you know, you're getting ready to go to Comic-Con where the audience knows the backgrounds and the books. How much training did you do prior to the series of knowing the book, the characters, and the story?
My training lives in Rob Aramayo, who plays Elrond, and my 2 brothers, who are super fans. I did some reading, some watching, but I am the way that I kind of connect to research is through kind of learning through people and people's versions. And we have such incredible scholars, Leith McPherson, who's our dialect coach, JD Payne, Patrick McKay, our showrunners, you know, they are basically walking Silmarillions. And so, so just talking to them, sitting down and learning. So I feel like my journey is unfolding and learning along the way. And of course, as I said, there's not much on kind of the female dwarves or the dwarves as a whole, one could say, in comparison to other races. And so what it's doing, which I think Tolkien is brilliant at, is it invites us to fill in the gaps. You know, he gives us stepping stones is one of the main things that I've discovered. And what I'm enjoying doing is accepting his invitation to fill in the gaps and to put my stamp or our stamp on the character that I'm playing.
We're here at Essence Fest. Obviously, it's good that you guys are here because it tells the audience, oh, there are folks of color in the show. You think about the films, we're like, no, we weren't in there. And then now, the two of you, you represent more than one BP. That's the line we say is like, who's in the show that we're going to recognize, we're going to see with. What does it feel for you guys being here, letting people know the show exists and there's a reason they should watch it?
I think both of us are
Honored.
very, very proud and honored to represent both ourselves, our culture, our cast. We're sort of here on behalf of this show, but I think, representation on multiple levels as women, as Black women, as, artists. It's, you get an invitation like that and you just really recognize how much of a privilege it is, and you don't take it for granted. And I think it's that thing of when this opportunity came to me, I didn't anticipate getting to be part of a fantasy series, getting to be part of Lord of the Rings. And so I'm just enjoying the ride. I just feel like this opportunity came to me at a time that I needed it. And I just continue to have gratitude and appreciation for everything it's sort of brought into my life. And I'm excited. I just feel like I hope that the audience really sort of feels our passion, our sort of just hard work, because we've really worked hard to put this season together. It's been, again,
And
4
we hear
years
the
of our
fans
lives.
and we listen to the fans, and it is really important. We're both so proud and honoured to be here at Essence Fest, representing. It's a monumental moment for the world of Tolkien. It opens the door to so many people who haven't necessarily been able to be this close to it, to be able to see themselves staring back at them on a screen. And it's mind-blowing to me. It's fantasy. Where else could we really deliver in that? And so I guess to host that moment, and to be the faces and the representation of that for us, for our families, and for the cast and creatives is a real honor and a privilege, and we love it. We're having a great time.
Congrats on season 2. Looking forward to seeing the rest of the episodes.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You too.